Well, welcome to Field and Rural Life Shooting News. Joined here this morning with Nick Holt, and he and I always have some one or two fascinations. The knowledge I always refer to as Nick. Now, come on, you're smirking here today because this is absolutely stunning. What is the story behind this wonderful, wonderful shooting piece?
It's one of those stories you dream of, and why I do my valuation days all around the country.
It's for things like this, isn't it?
It's just for waiting for something like this, and then it's just spellbinding.
Oh.
You suddenly think, no, this can't be possible. This came in on one of my valuation days in Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk.
Yeah.
What we have here, it states Benjamin Caunt, Champion of England. So I looked at that, looked at the size of it. The name rang a bell, but I couldn't quite put two and two together. And then I suddenly realised the date of the gun I knew was around 1830.
All right. Yeah.
Benjamin Caunt, he was massive. I mean, we're talking 6'7", 18 stone in 1830.
Goodness me!
I mean, that was a giant,
colossal man,
absolute giant. He was an East End boy, and he was a bare-knuckle fighter.
Was he really?
Yeah. Before Queen's rule.
Yes, absolutely.
So he was a bare-knuckle fighter, and America sent over every big American they could to try and beat him.
Yes.
But they couldn't.
Really?
So this gun belonged to Benjamin Caunt. This was his gun. He was a wildfowler and a pigeon shooter. So he used
very keen shooter.
Yeah. But the great thing about this, and I wasn't aware of this, I was born in London, but I didn't realise where Big Ben, Parliament Square.
No.
Benjamin, his nickname was Big Ben. A certain clock in Parliament Square was being built in 1830 and got its name.
Did it really?
From Benjamin Caunt.
Absolutely fascinating.
So, I mean, how many of us know why Big Ben's called Big Ben? It's called Big Ben because of Benjamin Caunt.
Amazing story.
Because the man in 1830 was 6'7".
He was a colossal man. Yeah. I mean, the people in those days were petite, weren't they? Let's face it.
They were.
Goodness me.
So, I can't. There's long stories about how the owner came by this. He was a publican.
Yes.
In the East End of London. He used to shoot live pigeon. Well, not he didn't, but I better be careful there. He didn't, but predecessors used to shoot live pigeon in the back garden of this pub.
Oh, right.
And this is what Benjamin
My
used.
word.
So this is where I can't tell you obviously names of who owns it and so on, so on, so on. But he's given it to me to sell. It's coming up in London on the 20th of June.
20th of June, right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I've put an estimate now. It's difficult to know exactly because of the provenance.
Yeah, the provenance that's a wonderful story, isn't it?
It is. And so I've put an estimate of 5,000 to 7,000. Come the 20th of June, let's see what happens.
I think there's going to be an enormous interest in this.
I mean, it's a London gun.
It is a beautiful piece, isn't it?
But what a cracker. Look at the size of it.
It's enormous, isn't it? Well, Nick, thanks very much indeed for sharing that with us today, and a great story. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.